Okay, 0 serve 0.
And you heard the call there from referee Sean Lenning, 0 serve 0. It is the women's finals here, brought to you by Ektelon and the World Players of Handball.
Hold it.
And a quick call there from Sean Lenning, Tracy Davis versus Megan Mehilos, and Tracy looks really good, Dave, starting this off.
Nice start for Tracy. She has to feel comfortable, Dave. Beat Megan in their last encounter. Megan loves that front wall, side wall kill. She'll hit that with her left hand into the
0-0.
left corner and right hand into the right corner.
Score is 0-0. 2 games to 21, tiebreaker to 11. There are no bad bounces in this tournament, so if you just tuned in to watch this match, these women players will be playing every bounce that is played, no matter if it hits a back wall crack or a door
1-0.
or a strange light fixture. Everything's played. 1 serve 0. That's short and a screen ball. Referee Sean Lenning.
Second.
Our guest color commentator, Dave, taking the headset off to referee this prestigious women's final.
We just actually brought Sean Lenning in to laugh at our jokes that weren't really funny. Oh, that ball hopped over toward Tracy.
Tracy shooting the ball from deep, low percentage shot, particularly with Megan serving. That's rule number 1 in handball, Dave. Take less chances when your opponent's serving. Go ahead and take a few more chances when you're serving.
Now, our referee Sean Lenning told me yesterday while watching Tracy Davis play that she's really good side to side, but not very good running from back to front. And you see Megan immediately going to the corners to force Tracy to run up. And she does that time because Megan left it up. But once into that area in the front court, Tracy's amazing. But getting her legs moving up front is part of the weakness of her game, according to Sean.
Tracy's her own biggest critic. You heard that, Dave, in the post-match interview, saying she had a lot to work on despite advancing to the final here. That's what makes these great champions so great, Dave, is that they never stop working on their game and looking to tweak and add nuances to their game. Megan too secretive to tell us anything she might be working on, but you have to believe that she's going home, Dave, to the Ladoff YMCA in Chicago, Illinois, working on
0-3.
various aspects of her game.
0 serve 3. Here's a big setup for Megan. That's a smart play right there from Tracy.
1-3.
In the men's open final, it was Luis Moreno defeating Abraham Montito. In the first game, it was 21-19. A very close
Second serve.
first game there.
Abe Montillo playing extremely well. He was very unlucky to not win that first game, Dave. He had a number of setups that just barely skipped, particularly towards the end of the first game. Could have been Abe Montillo with a 1-game-to-love lead. Instead, it's Luis Moreno.
2-3.
2 serves 3, and the crowd down here torn between the women's match and the women's open finals and the men's open finals, both going on at the same time here.
We have 2 stadium courts here, much like a Grand Slam in tennis. There's 2 feature courts, so it's wonderful for the crowd to be able to sort of toggle, Dave, just like we do from time to time, and we have big matches taking place simultaneously.
Score here is 3-3. It's sort of like those old commercials in the 80s, the taste great, less filling commercials. You hear some of the crowd over there cheering on one side, and immediately you hear the cheers from the other side. Our court mic's not picking that up because it's like a vacuum inside that court. But outside the court, it's just rumbling. You can feel the vibration, the anticipation from the crowd.
Nice 3-wall return from Megan, and forces the air. Perfect touch on that wraparound shot.
3-3.
Score is 3-3.
You barely hear our referee, the soft-spoken freak, the Seattle kid.
The way you said that, the soft-spoken freak, it just doesn't sound very nice.
Huh.
But I brought it up to him yesterday. Is it okay to call you the freak? And he said, yeah, that sounds fine. But
As long
the
as
way
you
I
say
said
the
it,
freak.
yeah, the freak. If you end up, you know, if you put the pronunciation on a crescendo.
I sort of made him sound psychotic.
The way you said it wasn't good. The soft-spoken freak. It's just not necessarily maybe the way that the moniker was intended when given to Sean Lenning.
3-3.
It was actually a double moniker. The emphasis should have been placed on the latter.
Well, the score is now 3-3 from the soft-spoken freak. That's a nice shot right there, and a dig from Megan's slide.
Megan with a break dance there. Looked like she was in the Thriller video, Dave. A 360 on her stomach.
3-3.
Shades of Courtney Peixote hitting the deck.
It was almost a Peixote, although Megan didn't end with her feet facing the front wall and on her back. That was on the side with feet towards sidewall. Nice catch.
Actually, just pulled a Mr. Miyagi there, Dave. For those that can't see us, I grabbed a mosquito out of the air with my bare
chopsticks,
hand.
With your chopsticks. Well, your bare hands
We have
are...
a game that we play here, Dave. We're both sitting here with chopsticks with our offhands. Right now I'm leading 5-4.
A lot of mosquitoes, I guess, here.
4-3.
Well, it dates back to yesterday when it started.
You're leading by the same score that is here in the women's finals match.
Coincidental. Some would call that ironic, but that would be the incorrect use of the word. It's actually a coincidence. A lot of people...
It's also not accurate. Now it's 5-3 instead of 5-4. And those that have never had a feeding session with Dave Fink, his hands, his bare hands, are his chopsticks. Just a little analogy. Maybe that's ironic or coincidental. I'm not sure. I wasn't following.
You see, Megan takes a chance. It's not what you want to do playing against the sure-handed Tracy Davis. She will re-kill everything in sight from the short line.
Short.
There's a short ball.
Very good.
You hear that scratchy sound on the audio. That's Jeff Kastner trying to get Sean Lenning's referee mic to be a little bit more clear.
3-5.
3 serves 5. Wow.
Second.
That ball just barely missed, hitting a crack over there on the right wall. And now a double fault from Tracy Davis. She didn't have to be that perfect.
Surprised to see her go
5-3.
with a power serve on her second serve, Dave. Very low percentage play.
I like that shot from Megan. Sets up that back wall setup that she missed, but
And now it's Tracy in control of the rally.
those fish shots from Megan are just so timely and perfect.
You see how much more comfortable Tracy is in the front court.
6-3.
Tracy much more comfortable in the front court, Dave, than falling the ball into the back. You have the sense, Dave, that Tracy really feels like she belongs in a match like this. You might have watched her in a four-wall match 2 years ago and didn't really look like she had that belief, nor did she have the experience now after about 2 years
8-3.
of playing steadily. She's become one of the top players. She's on a bad streak, though, right now as Megan takes a 9-3 lead.
I thought she was going to call timeout here. I'm surprised that we're not seeing Tracy in the screenshot here. But just with this angle that we have, if you don't see that return of server standing somewhat in our way, you know that they're too far to the right. Tracy's way out of the camera angle on a lot of these shots that Megan is taking. And Tracy's so good in the front court that why doesn't she just get up there? And there's another example. If Tracy can get up toward that short line, she takes that shot away from Megan. Now, Megan's so good that she can power balls behind her, but let Megan make that play. Because it's hard to inside out a shot. Now it's just turning into a serve fest now from Megan Mehilos.
This is what we saw Megan do to the Hin last night, dominating with this power Z serve. There's a complete overhit by Tracy and a beautiful rollout in the right corner. This is unfamiliar territory for Megan Mehilos, Dave, who's come in here on the heels of consecutive finals losses. Losing in the 3-wall national final to Tracy, and then losing in the U.S. Open final to Aisling Riley. So, even though it's Megan, the #1 seed and the #1 ranked hardball player in the world, she still feels like she has something to prove.
3-13.
3 serves 13.
You hear the crowd, Dave. A lot of energy in the gallery here. Tracy's really become the adopted daughter in Tucson, Dave.
14-3.
She trains out of this club, and she's really idolized here, Dave, by the kids and even a lot of the veteran players like yourself, Dave. I know you have to be impartial while you're updating your status, but certainly you have an affinity towards the lovely Trey Day.
Well, she is idolized by not just the young girls who come down and play. Dulce and Miss Pena and Panada and Rosita. They all come down here and idolize Tracy Davis, and she's such a professional on these courts. But also the young guys and also some of the older master players all clamor to watch her play. They like her professional style on the court. She treats it like she is a pro player. So I go with you on that.
But then again, Dave, we're here to just
15-3.
report and analyze.
That was my report.
Right now it's Megan completely in control here. Tracy out of sorts, unable to get anything going at this point.
16-3.
Tracy's serve has been completely neutralized here in this first game, and it's Megan who's earning a lot of setups. That time Tracy pushes Megan back into the deep right corner and earns the side out.
Megan's on a 12-1 run here. Tracy now serving.
3-16.
3 serve 16.
Tracy with an impatient, thoughtless air there.
16-3.
Went for a tomahawk spike. That's why, Dave, you have to hit your kills parallel to the floor, because if you hit them at that descending angle, generally they'll hit the floor first, and if they do hit the front wall first, they pop up.
Right. Unless you're Sean Lenning and you can make the ball stay down from any angle.
You see most beginners, Dave, trying to spike kill the ball and hitting everything from up over their shoulder.
16.
The more you can let the ball drop, the more consistently you'll be able to execute kill shots. And now it's Tracy not following that ball around the walls and makes the hand air with her right hand.
That's a tough shot right there. Megan looking back like it might have taken a bad bounce, but with the rules here, you can't do anything about it. You just play everything. That takes away the arguing with the referee or talking to the referee about shots that were
Well, you know, Dave,
bad
Robinson
bounces.
Cano can't stop the play at Fenway Park when a drive is hit off the monster and hits one of the scoreboards that's manually operated and takes a strange ricochet, turning a double into a triple or potentially a long single into a double. It's just something you have to deal with. Now, when the ball boys actually interfere with a live ball, you do play that over. Just like if one of the kids would run into the court during one of these points, we'd replay the point.
Yeah, it's not a bad bounce when somebody sticks their glove out there like a fan. It's just a bad circumstance.
Fortunately, Dave, we have not had that problem yet this weekend with
But we have
many
had it in
kids
the past.
running.
As
That's
you
true.
recall, I believe on these courts, the last time we were here, we had a youngster step onto the court and start walking in there, talk to their dad that was playing in the middle of a live webcast. That's a family game.
416.
I'd like to see you archive that, Dave, and show us the footage of that, if you wouldn't mind.
I'm going to get Jean Kazumoto on that.
Okay.
She has everything on her iPad. All the clips.
Well, she's converted to the iPad Touch now.
Oh,
which
really?
is,
Okay. Yeah.
Very efficient for what she's working on.
516.
5-serve 16. Tracy Davis, first game serving to Megan Mehilos.
We're really seeing the ladies from New York City making their mark in four-wall, Dave. They've long been known as the best one-wall players in the world, but it's now Danielle Daskalakis making it to the round of 8 here in the women's pro draw and then winning the women's pretender draw. And her lifetime idol, Tracy Davis, in the finals here in the four-wall women's pro,
16-6.
taking on the machine, Megan Mehilos.
That was a miss hit right there from Megan. Trying to go to the roof. Now the score is 6-16.
616.
I know, Dave, talking last night with you, watching some old films at your estate, you said that Megan reminds you a lot of a young Fred Lewis in the way she conducts herself on the court. Very precise, under control.
Seems like she has a game plan when she walks out there.
6.
I know,
Also-
Dave, we had the opportunity to watch the 1981 National Finals with Fred Lewis and Nadi Sr. preparing for today's matches.
That's right, as commentators, we also watch and listen to what the announcers do to try to hone in on our craft.
616.
6-serve 16.
And now it's Tracy with a nice run. It's Tracy doing what we've seen so many players do, Dave, giving Megan the Machine Mehilos a taste of her own medicine with the Z serve into the deep left corner, saying, look, hey, I can't return it. Let's see how you do with it.
Yeah.
And if you can manage to return it, let me watch how you return it so I can copy that. It's a smart play. This timeout, Dave, is sponsored by the RFC, the Rodney Fink Classic, May 13th to the 15th, 2011, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the Steel City, honoring the great ambassador to the sport, Rodney Fink. I know, Dave, you've already made your tickets, as have a number of other people. It promises to be the premier pro handball party on the East Coast.
As it is every year. I've actually won a tournament with your father, the namesake of the RFC, the great Rodney Fink. He's always smiling, even in times of distress. He is like one of the most interesting gentlemen of the world. That's who they got the inspiration to make the Dos Equis commercials from. He is very distinguished. Now we're going to have play back in here. 16-6, I believe. 16-7.
16-7.
Megan Mehilos serving to Tracy Davis.
Ektelon sponsored Tracy Davis. Also sponsored by the NYAC, a beautiful historical club in the heart of New York City, Manhattan to be exact.
17-7.
17 serves 7. This is the first game. The winner gets a lot of cash. And the yellow jersey. Megan's already won a yellow jersey. So has
our security team. Dave is downstairs with the vault right now. They'll awaiting their call to bring up the cash in the barrels.
7-17.
7 serves 17. It's a good serve right there from Tracy. That ball hit her though on the way in, didn't it?
8-17.
Wouldn't have made it. The cash actually, Dave, much like a poker tournament, presented right next to the back wall between the first and second games, so the players can see exactly what will be theirs.
17-8.
It's wide open, security guards standing next to it. It's an interesting sight. We'll try to get a picture of it. We'll have to say that it's not the most original thought that we've had. You know, poker does this quite often when they open up the treasure chest full of money. I also saw it on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in season 1, episode 13.
You know, much like when you're returning a tough serve, you like to copy how your opponent might return that serve that does it well, and we've seen that works well, and it's really added to the excitement at our big events. You know, not to mention, Dave, when you go back for a back wall setup and you're staring at boatloads of cash.
Yeah, it used to be, back in the old days, you look back there and see Jeff Kastner operating that camera and you go, wait a second. I'm now being filmed all across the world, 28 countries. Now I have to deal with looking at that money, winking at me. That's difficult as a player. Puts a lot of pressure on. And then you have Doug Clark smacking the back wall saying, bay, bay, and hitting it. And, you know, it's a crazy sight down here, Tucson.
It's true.
Money does strange things to people. Strange things.
We wouldn't know. We've never had any.
No, but I've heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've reported on it.
18-9.
18 serves 9.
Megan's brother, Bill, watching the live webcast from
19-9.
Ladoff, Illinois. He said he tries to text Megan advice if he sees something she's doing, but she doesn't want to see it.
Even though she does have her cell phone clipped on to the side of her workout shorts there, she can easily look down.
She has a feature that actually deletes the message before even reading it.
If it comes from her brother.
That's true. They do work out together, though, so there are some messages that are read. She has a filter.
It's called the Tournament Filter. It's an app you can get. Won't allow any family members to text you while you're playing. You just type in the time that your game is going to take place and then immediately zam it's not going to happen. You're watching the TRC Wph Ektelon event here in Tucson, Arizona. It's the Women's Pro Finals between Megan Mehilos, as they say back home, and Tracy Davis, or Trey Day, as they say in New York or across the Facebook pages. Tracy Davis is sponsored by Team Ektelon. They have a handball squad that includes Alan Garner and Willie Polanco, as well as Owen Kennedy from Ireland, Luis Moreno, who's in the finals right now with Abraham Montijo.
Just saw Abraham exiting stage left. We'll get an update as quickly as we can, Dave, but that match may have just ended.
And those that are wondering why that match wasn't on the live webcast, if that just ended, then we would be 30 minutes behind on this court, allowing the women to be late getting into the court.
And now David's our referee, leaving the premises. Don't know if he's passed on the card to another pro player. Just not sure what's happening right now. This has been a 2.5-minute timeout. But it doesn't appear to have an end in sight.
I don't even see Megan in the court right now.
If you're online, and you are, make sure you just surf on over to the handballstore.com, buy your all-access pass, support the WPH. Own dozens of handball productions and videos that have been produced by the WPH.
And then,
including the 2009 National Championship Final between Paul Brady and Dave Chapman, also the 2010 National Championship Final between those two legends. Amongst various other things, Dave, you might even get yourself an official WPH Pro Player jersey, a Dave Chapman Handball DVD, and just about 115 other DVDs that are for sale on the handballstore.com. Shameless plug there for us at the World Players of Handball, Dave, as these players are well into their 4th minute of this 1-minute timeout. Very much like football, Dave. You take a 1-minute timeout and there's 12 commercials, a penalty, and 12 more commercials before the next play.
well, that's what's happening here. And then within a couple points, Megan's going to go and get another 5-minute timeout as we get ready for the next game. This is very frustrating for both players who are just waiting around for a referee.
We don't have word right now, Dave, but there's a good possibility that we're actually switching referees right now.
Well,
Could be the reason for the holdup. We saw a referee leave the building. He hopped into his limousine. And
Ladies, I'm your referee.
that's Dennis Healy.
Sean got called away by business or whatever, God knows. So Megan, you're serving first, right?
This is the reason why we mic up the referee.
Okay.
that was the first time I've ever seen Sean referee, and probably the last. There's only one rule as a referee, Dave. Don't leave the match in the middle of it. That's really the only thing you have to do as a ref. Call the score and don't leave the building. He did half of that. Really just sort of zapped the energy right out of the building here, Dave. That 5-minute and 15-second timeout. There's Megan with the customary foot stomp on the power serve.
That's now 2 quick straight points. It's 2-0 here in the second game.
Megan, hold on a second, ladies. Am I calling everything as a typical referee? Okay, because the other match they weren't. They were calling their own hinders and whatnot. I'm calling everything? Okay. All right. Very good. So the score is 2-0.
Nice to see that the refereeing is at par with every other tournament ever.
So that actually was the first game.
Yeah.
That was a good play.
Did you think there was something
Side out.
I thought it was a timeout. I thought the score was 19-7. Lost track. The soft-spoken freak wasn't saying the score loudly enough for me, apparently. Nice fist to the ceiling from Megan on the return of serve. And Tracy pops the ball right back to the ceiling and forces the air from Megan.
1 plays 2.
Score is 1-2. In that other game, it was Luisa Moreno defeating Abraham Montijo 21-19, 21-15 to take the men's open.
That's actually a match, not a game.
2 plays 2.
2 plays 2.
3 plays 2.
Just over the short line.
Tracy had a nice start to the last game, but unable to maintain it.
Point. 4 plays 2.
Second game.
Now it's Trey Day long legs with a 4-2 lead and a nice
Side out.
fist from Megan. She comes over the top of that shot, Dave, and reverses it. Hugs the right wall.
Here's a setup.
Great power from Tracy. Blows that shot right past Megan. Megan getting a hand on it, but unable to handle the
4
heat.
plays 2.
No, they were playing.
Big setup here for Tracy, and that ball squelches in the back left corner. Comes straight down the left wall, and Tracy not in the right position to play that shot.
2 plays 4.
Score is now 2-4. Women's final, second game. Megan Mehilos wins the first one 21-7 versus Tracy Davis.
And it's now Tracy winning points from the backcourt. Watch the adjustment that Megan makes to Tracy's
Side out.
power
4
serve
plays
to the
2.
left. You see how Megan takes that extra step to the left, knowing this ball hops towards the left wall.
Point.
And there's the announcer's curse as Tracy goes down the right, fools everyone.
5 plays
She'll
2.
go down the left here, and watch Megan move that extra step to her left.
Nice setup right there, and Megan rolls that ball into the corner.
Megan knows that serve will bounce towards the left side wall because Tracy leads with the elbow, comes under the ball, and hits a huge natural hop, Dave. Nice footwork from Tracy. And now it's Megan on her back foot. Tracy steps in
That was a good shot from
and
Tracy.
executes an incredible 32-foot kill. A
Just
laser.
Kind of fading away right to left on that, but she kept her arm really steady. You saw her go right over the top of that ball.
6 plays 2.
6 serves 2 here in the second game.
Unfortunately, Dave, we weren't able to
Second serve.
webcast their championship 3-wall match at the Nationals this year, but it was Megan winning the first game pretty easily. Tracy coming back winning a very close second game, and then Tracy just dominating the tiebreaker. So this match far from over. You have to win 2 games to win. Doesn't matter if you lose 21-20 or 21-0 in that first game.
7 plays 2.
It's now Tracy using the mojo.
Side out.
Megan takes control of that rally, Dave, with a beautiful left-handed 2-wall V pass on the return of serve. Put Tracy on her heels, and it was Megan stepping in and ending the rally with a great kill shot to the right.
2 plays 7. Timeout charge to Davis.
And you hear our referee. First timeout, Tracy Davis. Sort of an awkward time to call a timeout, Dave. She's leading 7-2 here. She just lost the last rally. You have to think that this is a conditioning issue here.
It could be equipment, we don't really know. We do have a sideline reporter, but that person's you, and you're sitting right here. So, I guess we could eventually, as this game progresses, go out there and see what happens courtside. You seem to pick up a little bit more when you're watching this live. We're watching off a TV monitor, a high-def flat-screen plasma outside at the TRC in the outdoor clubhouse section. They call this the cabana, next to the kiddie pool and the Olympic-sized lap pool they have here.
We actually were able to secure 2 chairs here, Dave, in between a couple of bikini models.
You want to hinder? Yeah.
They're lathered up. Unfortunately for us, Dave, we've got the headsets on, can't put the oil on to really enhance our tan, but we're managing regardless.
2 plays 7.
Tremendous corner kill from Megan. You just
Never won that. They won
See how much she bends with her back
I've never
knee.
reffed a women's match.
Gets herself low.
Plays 7.
Megan switching serves now, Dave. So much success in the first game with the Z serve, and
That's just a bad bounce off the back wall.
I don't think it was. I think Megan didn't realize how far she was from the back wall.
7 plays 3.
You know, that's a mistake a lot of players make, Dave. They drift back. The best thing to do, Dave, is to actually put your hand back so you feel where the back wall is, because sometimes you feel like you might be just 6 inches from the back wall, but you're actually 2.5, 3 feet from the back wall. Trying to take a shot off the back wall that really
8 plays
only
3.
bounces about 10 inches high off the back wall.
There's that shot that Megan's been hitting into the corner.
Tracy will have to figure out a way, Dave, to...
There's contact, and
Point.
referee calls a point there.
Tracy will have to figure out a way to keep this serve off the back wall.
9 plays 3.
Surprised Megan doesn't fly kill that. And look at what happens as a result, Dave. She
Point.
had a great opportunity to take 2
Timeout.
steps in.
Mehilos.
Well, if she didn't want to fly kill it, she could have done that 3-wall play where you take it on the short hop. That ball is coming from a sideways direction, but she could have stepped in and
That was actually one of those shots, Dave, where she either had to take that out of the air or really
let
would
that
not have
happen.
been returned. Because it had that strange sort of bounce to it where it was difficult to take it on the way up, and by the time it dropped, it was buried into the corner. I'm surprised, being as great a fly kill specialist as Megan that she didn't step in and take that shot out of the air.
You're watching the Wph Ektelon Women's Fireball Classic here at the TRC, Tucson Racket Club in Arizona. Alongside Dave Fink, my name is Dave Vincent. We have Jeff Kastner doing the engineer and camera work here. The facility is absolutely amazing today, Dave. I know you live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I don't know how the weather is right now. Is it starting to get cool? Is it snowing yet?
Actually, I was playing some golf earlier this week. Beautiful late fall temperatures, but the weather's starting to change. I think I'll be coming home to some rain and
Time is in. The score is 10
frigid
plays
temperatures, unfortunately.
The frigid temperatures is just the looks you get from people in your neighborhood. Is that when you played golf? Is that when you drove by and just parked your car on the side of the road and jumped on hole number 6?
I'm actually a member
Oh, okay.
at the public course there, so
Okay,
I
I'm sorry.
jump on any hole I want.
Okay.
3. Mehilos serves.
Listen for the score.
The score is 3 plays 10.
3 serves 10.
I probably should wait, though, until people are off the green before teeing off when I jump on the 6th hole, but I usually don't.
Oh, nice shot right
Point.
there from Megan. Now she's scoring points.
4 plays 10.
4 serves 10. Second game.
Now it's Megan hitting the Mirage serve, the 2-wall lob,
Point.
and a beautiful left corner kill from Megan. Tracy unable to move Megan out of the front court, pays the price.
5 plays 10.
Now at 5-10. Tracy took that right. Wow.
Side out.
That's the hammer, Dave, from Trey Day. Has the strength from above her shoulder to
Davis serving.
Crush
10
that shot.
plays 5.
great serve from Tracy. A little bit unlucky there. Megan just trying to return that serve and able to just
Mehilos
keep that
serving.
ball right
5
on the
plays
left
10.
wall. Our referee is now announcing the player serving. Pretty sure, David. We know who these two ladies are.
Well, the referee found out that everything that he said on the microphone is actually being aired on the live webcast here.
Was
It
that
was a
good?
message that was passed up to him,
It
sort
was?
of like the little kid getting that note from Roy Hobbs in The Natural.
Our
thought-
referee now
I
asking
thought
our
it
players if that was
It
good.
just-
It looked good to me, Dave. And Megan's saying she doesn't think it was good. Tracy does.
Well,
This is
Larry,
why.
you want to be Larry? Larry.
This is why, Dave. I never
You wanna be
advocate
the
the
line
referee
judge?
asking the players. It would
Did you
never
see
happen
that?
in any other sport.
What did you think?
All these players, Dave, play so fairly, but there's an inherent bias, Dave,
We're
to
gonna
watching
play
your
you
own shot.
See, this is what I it's very frustrating with the sport of handball, and those that say that this will never be a legitimate sport have a great argument, because now the referee goes to a guy who's also watching the match and said, what do you think? As if you're going to automatically
What's that?
bond
I wasn't
a
really
player,
sure.
a spectator now as becoming an official ref. They don't do that in any sport. You don't see an umpire ask a
We're gonna
fan
play it
if the
over.
ball was
Mehilos is serving,
fair in
5 plays
baseball.
10.
It just does not
Do
happen.
you see the umpire asking the batter if he thought it was a strike when he watched strike 3? Or do you think it was a ball? It just, you're right, Dave. It's very frustrating for
Point.
us here at the WPH who are trying our hardest to make this, as professional a sport as
6
any
plays
other
10.
sport, and you have referees asking spectators for their opinions. And
Well, I wish the referees were as professional as we were here in the booth,
that's a good point.
Side out.
Not everybody is
Davis serving. 10 plays 6.
trying to hone in on their craft like you and I.
Point.
It's true.
11 plays 6.
Score is 11-6 here.
Short.
Tracy just missing that crack serve
Second
over there
serve.
on the right side.
This really is a high-quality match, Dave. It was Megan
Side out.
basically playing perfect handball in the first game, completely neutralizing everything
Mehilos serves.
that Tracy
6
tried to do, and now it's
plays 11.
Tracy imposing herself on Megan, dominating the front court here to build this 11-6 lead. And now Megan goes back to that Z
Point.
serve,
Wow.
sets up that kill shot in the left corner with her left hand.
7 serves 11.
7 serves 11.
Point. 8 serves 11.
Now it's Megan climbing her way back into this second game. She really has not been pushed yet, Dave, in this event.
Here's a setup. Megan just doesn't seem to miss those.
I take that back, Dave. Tucson's Ashley Moeller actually led 17-15
9 serves
in
11.
their first round match. In the second game, Megan went on to win that second game 21-17. So she's battled through a couple of tough games here, and here's another one.
10 serves 11. Point.
Tracy again looks very lost returning this Z serve, Dave.
11 serves 11.
Great left hands to the ceiling from both ladies.
Side out.
Tracy takes the rally down low, leaves her
Davis serving 11.
kill
serves
shot
11.
up, but Megan skips the re-kill.
Side out.
Now we
Don't
see
like
it.
that serve from Tracy. Opens up the court for Megan's lethal right hand into the right corner.
Mehilos serving 11 plays 11.
Well, as Sean Lenning said yesterday, and he pointed out, he just does not understand why a player would stand on the wall to serve any ball, except for that serve that you just saw from Megan Mehilos, where you go out high and around. It gives you time to come back to the center. But when you put yourself with a power serve against a wall, you're just automatically out of
plays
position.
11.
You see how Megan tries to at least move back to the center. But
Megan-
Tracy's doing that power serve from all the way on the right side.
That's true, Dave.
Side
Megan
out.
hitting that serve way too short, but her court positioning allowed her to get herself into the
Davis
rally.
serves 11 plays 12.
Made the air, though, and it's now Tracy serving.
That ball doesn't hit the left wall first, therefore Megan doesn't have a chance to go for that kill shot. Nice shot.
Side out.
Tracy's
We know that shot's going to the right corner, Dave, but there's nothing you can do about it. She hits it 2 inches high, angling away from Tracy.
But what set
Mehilos
that up was that
serving 12,
open-handed,
serves 11.
really awful shot that Tracy hit. She needs to hit a fist to the ceiling from that point. Drive
Point.
Megan back. Now Megan's just scoring at will here. Tracy gets out there into the middle of the court with her left, and she tries to use an open hand
13
paddle,
serves 11.
throwing the ball up toward the front wall, and she's not going to accomplish anything doing that with Megan, who's going to kill the next shot.
Not a coincidence, Dave, that
There's the fist.
it was Megan trailing 11-6 when
Side
the
out.
armed security guards rolled in the cash. And now she scored
Davis
7
serves
consecutive
11,
points.
Serves 13.
Now, look, she puts herself on this wall. Unless she hits 2 walls here. No, she's
That was pretty good there from Tracy.
Yeah, that was not bad.
Nice serve, but a great return from Megan. I've never seen any of these women players serve Megan a really tough overhand lob serve to her left. I'd like to see what
Side
kind
out.
of return Megan would produce from the deep left corner overhand. She's excellent with her fist and also in
Mehilos
that
serves
medium range
13,
left-handed
serves
swing.
11.
It's going to be hard to point this out, and I just want your opinion on this. You see, Tracy does this a lot with shots that she's
Point.
trying to power. Instead of pointing toward the front wall with her left foot, hitting with her right hand, she points to the side wall, opening her body up.
14, serves
Usually
11.
going inside out down the right wall. Is that an effective approach to hitting a power shot?
Well, that's something that you see a lot in one wall. The open stance, open shoulder swing.
Watch this here. That was more
Side
effective
out.
the way she stepped forward with her front foot. The other shot, she's been going lateral toward the side wall, the left side wall.
Davis serving 11, serves 14.
She cannot hit that side wall first here. Goes down the right.
Nice fist from Tracy. You see Megan diving a lot to return shots off the back wall. It's very unconventional, Dave.
See Tracy also taking away Megan's angle there.
Point.
Kind of
Megan
roaming in.
moving behind Tracy there to cover the right corner, but Tracy hitting that shot too well.
See what Tracy does here. Last time she
12,
went down the right
serves
wall.
14.
12 to 14.
Short. Second serve. Side out.
Let's also not forget, Dave, the bling that sits on top of the bundles of cash. The winner of this match will also receive the inscribed
Mehilos serving 14,
Women's
serves
only.
12.
Pro Stop Champion bracelet fitted to their wrist.
Point.
It's diamond encrusted in gold, Dave. It's quite a piece.
15, serves 12.
Score is 15 to 12. I like that serve there, but look at that power from Tracy.
Megan catches the crack and Tracy digs it out.
This is going to be a setup for Tracy.
Tracy
Side
hits
out.
that extremely hard with a huge break. A natural hop that jumped 2 feet to the left.
Davis serving 12, serves 15.
12 to 15. Also looks like Megan might be getting a little tired out there. She did not move her feet at all for that shot that Tracy took. Like really flat-footed in there, and that's what's leading to some of these mishits from Megan, who does not mishit many balls. Very consistent.
That would have made it, yeah? Yeah. Playing that over.
I was surprised that
12
it
serves
sounded
15.
like a bad mishit, but both players agreeing that would have made it.
I like that serve there. Nice punch shot from Megan.
Side out. Mehilos serving 15, serves 12.
You hear the crowd, Dave, now really starting to fill up our webcast booth. There's no seats left, Dave, courtside or in the balcony. Or on that
Side
second
out.
tier, Dave, where there's also people crammed in. So we've got just about 150
serving.
people crammed in our
12
booth, which
serves
actually helps us,
15.
Dave, because a couple of them are blocking out the sun, reducing the glare.
Point.
See the monitor better when they stand over here.
13, serves 15.
13 to 15 within 2 points.
Shot.
Oof.
I thought it hit the line. I thought it hit the line.
Referee
One
called short before Megan drilled.
Terrible serve from Tracy, about the biggest setup that
Second serve.
she could have given. Almost another double fault, Dave.
I'm surprised the referee now has line judges by committee. He could have appealed that to somebody that was lifting weights or something.
That's true.
Side out.
Being sarcastic.
But you're not.
Mehilos serving. 15 serves 13.
What other sport can you do curls and also call a professional match?
I like that shot from Megan, but it was picked up by Tracy, who tries to put a fist on it instead of like maybe an underhand paddle. She had plenty of time.
I wouldn't say plenty of time. That shot hit 59 miles
16
per hour off
serves
the front
13.
wall. Not much time to react when you're in the front court. Handball, Davis, as fast and moving a sport as any in the world.
That's true, but with an open hand, you have so many more choices, and that fist you eliminate
Davis
about.
serving. 13
You seen how
serves
big Tracy's
16.
hands are? That gets rid of about 4 inches of contact space, and a ball that's hit that hard, why wouldn't you just open up your hand and paddle it? You don't need to hit a fist from up there. Not while you're diving forward. I mean, I know you
Side out.
have developed fist shots from
Timeout.
every
That's
angle.
your second timeout.
So I
talking
actually never
to the-
hit a fist shot, but
Okay.
thank you. It was Megan showing off some of that incredible power. Came over the top of that back
16
wall
serves
shot.
13.
Still, although Megan looks like she's dominating the second game, the score is just 16-13. It was Megan winning the first one, though, defeating Tracy Davis. If you're on your favorite social network site or you have your cell phone with you, please text your friends and your family members, even the people that absolutely despise you. Let them know that there is a live webcast going on where we're featuring the top women players, Megan Mehilos versus Tracy Davis, in this close second game. Let them know about Justin TV and the World Players of Handball. We appreciate it. Make it your status update, if you could.
The problem with status updates, though, Dave, is sometimes you post them and they don't come up on the news feed for 8 hours. I don't know if you've noticed that. It's something they're working on at the social network.
I did not know that. I don't really follow the news feeds much.
For example, Dave, you posted Danielle Daskalakis versus Jen Hinman yesterday, just about noon. Didn't come up on my news feed until 11 o'clock at night. So you
Okay.
might just want to go straight to text or tweet.
Or tweet it, because you never know. There's no problems with the Twitter account that you have.
The Twitter is instantaneous.
Okay?
Just hit up all your followers. Dave, I know you have 10,514 as of right now.
Actually, I
and-
dropped a follower. It's down to 13 now.
Okay.
I have one less fan today.
But you have 50 requests pending.
Sure, I have to review them. I have to very selective on who I allow to look at the tweets on my Twitter account.
Tracy.
Game number 2, it is
that was
Megan
your
Mehilos
second timeout
serving
in
here.
this game. Okay.
16-13 is the score. Within striking distance is Tracy Davis. I think this is a smart timeout. Referee is Dennis Healy.
Okay, time is in. Mehilos serves. 16 serves 13.
Now, could Tracy jump in here to the very middle of the court right here and then try to take that with the right hand?
She's definitely thought about it. She has not been able to move up quickly enough, though, to take that return out of the air, and that ball
Side
skips.
out. That was no good. It didn't make it.
A referee does not need to consult
that?
with the bench press.
Davis serves. 13 serves 16.
13-16.
Workouters in there.
I like how Davis stands a little bit closer to the right wall when she serves that ball down the right side, because it takes
Point.
that second shot away from Megan in a lot of ways. Megan can't hit that ball as a kill shot
14
to the left side.
serves 16.
14-16. Now Tracy's going to go to her left side here, which is frustrating because it's what she does always. And I think Megan just knows it now.
Well, she has to set up the serve to the left to make that serve to the right effective.
Why not do 2 in a row to the right and then go to the left?
There's a big miss hit from Tracy. Megan powers it. Thought she could have taken something off of that shot, Dave, and killed it into the right corner.
That's tough.
Point.
Megan is unable to dig it out.
You can see Megan flush now. She's winded, Dave.
15 serves 16.
She's breathing out of her mouth.
15-16. You see that light coming into the court a little bit on the left-hand side. It's about ready to come into the court, that is. And I think some of the
Second
sun
serve.
is hitting the bling on the back wall, and it's kind of creating this sort of sunburn.
Actually, Tracy asking if the bling could be removed during this second game, but, you know, that's sort of part of the deal here.
Tracy doesn't want to work on her
Point.
tan, but Megan slightly, maybe possibly hers. And I think that's the reason why we see that
16 serving 16.
flush skin. Now we're all together at 16, Dave. I love that
Point.
serve right there from Tracy, and I don't know why she just doesn't stay there and do this. She's going to go to the left
That
here.
is your second timeout.
And Dave, you'd mentioned that Megan led only 16-13, but seemed to be dominating this game. I didn't agree with that at the time, and certainly Tracy's showed here now that she's in this game to win, now
We
taking
don't
a
have one up here,
17-16
Tracy.
lead,
Sorry.
largely in part to this amazing serve that she has going right now.
And that serve down the right-hand side is, I believe, intelligent because Tracy stands. See where the towel is here. This is where she stands, and Megan is dead center in the court, trying to respect that ball that goes down the left. So it's almost kind of a screeny type serve because it goes in front of Tracy. So you see Megan has her head tilted to the right side and a little bit off balance, trying to respect that ball coming down the right side. Maybe even shuffling her feet over just a little bit. And it kind of gets into your head. Now you have to start saying, how am I going to get this next ball back? And then when you start doubting yourself, things happen. And right now the things are happening for Tracy Davis.
I don't know if I go that far.
Notwithstanding all those things that you
Time is in. Davis
may have been
serves.
referring
The
to,
score
but
is
it's now
16 serves
Tracy
16.
leading 17-16, serving here in the
Actually,
second
it's
game.
tied at 16. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm going
That's
to
a
play
screen.
a screen ball there. Hold it.
I also thought it was short.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I miscalled. The score is 17 serves 16.
you were right.
Two serves.
Well, I have my own scorecard here, Dave, so
I know. You always keep them. You have a binder, and I know that one day you're going to.
I should make a book of memoirs.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Play it over.
That ball's played over because Megan decided to take that with her left and not her right hand. If she would
Two serves.
have taken that with her right, she
17
would have been
serves
out of the way of that.
16.
17-16, two serves. To the left here, back to the right. She head faked me even.
Nice return from Megan, and now it's the kind of rally Megan wants to play. And Tracy goes for it. A great dig from Megan.
Wow. That's a setup. Megan never misses those.
That's
Side out.
Megan's favorite shot into the left corner. Tracy going for a 2-wall pass just about 6 shots ago, but didn't hit the sidewall deep enough, hit the sidewall in front of where Megan was standing, gave Megan an opportunity to step into the shot and take
Mehilos
control of the rally.
serves. 16 serves 17.
16 serves 17. Wow, that's tough. Nice dig from Tracy. He needs to get back to the middle of the court here.
It's a
Dave,
point.
you know, when you're standing back watching the play happen, if Tracy would get up there toward that short line, toward the football
17
line, she
serves
takes that shot away.
17.
That actually would have been a setup had she been in good court position.
Megan can't do a 2-wall pass from that position, so why not get up there? See, again, why isn't
Point.
Tracy taking that shot away?
That was just a beautiful shot. There was no way to pick that shot up, but
It's not about picking it up, it's
serves
about
17.
your opponent then has to worry about you standing up there, and it gets into their head.
it's true.
The ball comes off the front wall first. It doesn't come off the back wall, so quit
play
playing the
that
back
over.
wall. That's what your dad told me.
18 serves 17.
He sounded mad, though, at me. I mean,
He told me while we're
Point.
watching a match of yours.
okay.
Just repeating it, mimicking the namesake.
19 serves 17.
Now after that timeout, look at this. 19-17, Megan Mehilos. Tracy
Point.
taking that with her left. She could have actually spun around with her right hand, I believe.
And incredibly, Dave, it was Tracy who had taken
Possible
control,
match point. 20
leading
serves
17-16. It's now Megan serving at match point,
Here it
20 to
is.
17.
One more point, Megan Mehilos wins the big cash, and I think she got it right here. This could be a huge setup. Tracy goes for it. Megan cannot get
Side
that
out.
ball back, and there is a side out.
And you see Tracy helping Megan up. Very similar, Dave, to the match we watched last week between Luis Moreno and Sean Lenning. Luis Moreno winning the first game easily.
Davis serves. 17 serves 20.
actually had match point at 2017 in the second game, and Sean able to take Luis out of the box and score 4 consecutive points and win the match in a tiebreaker.
Hold it.
Again, Tracy out of position. Referee giving.
That was a generous call, Dave. That ball looked like it was down, and Tracy had placed herself to Megan's right.
Davis serving 17, serves 20.
There's a screen, no call. And there's a point.
And this would have been the first argument from Megan I've ever seen, but just looks up at the ref and said, you know, maybe that
18
was a
serves
hinder.
20.
Wasn't called.
I like that serve there, but Megan has such a great left-handed fist shot.
Amazing control with the left fist.
Tracy's not even in the screen. She needs to get back up there. And that's a point.
Tracy with an incredible flat kill. That was a beautiful full swing Tracy made.
Timeout.
And now it's a timeout from Megan.
Third
But
timeout.
You can tell
you
this
watch
match
that
is
ball pop off the right side wall, Dave, and Tracy stay with it and take a full swing and flat kill. That shot off the middle of the front wall.
This is the women's finals here, with Megan Mehilos winning the first game
21-7,
and now here in the second game,
leading
by the score of
20, receiving serve.
okay,
This is as close as it can be.
I believe it's 20-19, right? 19-20 you said receiving. Okay,
That's true.
with Tracy making.
This brings the question, Dave, who would you rather be right now? Serving at 19-20 or receiving
Megan.
19-20?
Megan.
You basically have to win
Megan.
2 points
That was your
to
third
win the
timeout
match
in
if
this
you're
game.
receiving at 19-20, but you only need to
Davis
win
is
2
serving,
points to win the
it's
game if you're
19
serving
serves
at 19-20, if you follow my logic.
Okay.
Although there could be side outs, so obviously it could be more than 2.
Now, normally I would say I'd just take Megan, you know, I'll take the 20 points. But I love serving,
out.
so get me in the server's box.
Shocking there that Tracy didn't let that huge setup come off the back wall, took it out of the air overhand.
Mehilos is serving.
This
20 serves 19.
This is the game point for Megan Mehilos. One more point, she wins the big cash. And that's a good serve there. Nice comeback from Tracy Davis. And she goes for it, and she gets the shot there. Referee not calling anything, and the handshake indicates that it's over. Megan Mehilos defeats Tracy Davis. You hear the round of applause from upstairs and downstairs here at the TRC. Tracy Davis losing after a nice run there in the second game by the score of 21-7, 21-19. We're going to take a timeout. We have the men's open doubles championship coming up in just a few shakes. You stick close for Dave Fink and Jeff Castor. My name is Dave Vincent. We'll be back with more handball here at WPH Live.tv.